stage of your business.
Hey, y'all.
Sell more with less effort thanks to the Shopify
I'm just
Magic,
waiting for y'all to
your
get on here.
AI-powered all-star. Sign up for a $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/red circle, all lowercase.
Y'all hear
Go
my
to
commercial in the
shopify.com/red
background.
circle now to grow your business, no matter what stage you're in. Shopify.com/red circle.
Take a deep breath. Relax. Now experience the calm of Golden Monk. Golden Monk's mission is to provide the final.
Yeah, I don't know why this thing ain't producing my little music. I'm trying to get it going. But I'm going to get it going. I'm going to get this music going for y'all. Y'all get on here, just type in the comments y'all here. Say, we here, Queen Motivation, we here. Say, we here. Hey, BTV. Y'all know I'm trying to get my little music doing something, but I don't know, it's acting up today, y'all. It's acting up today, but don't worry about it. Y'all know I'm gonna get it right. How y'all doing though? What is all this? Y'all can hear the people in the window, the traffic and everything that they on. Hey sis, y'all can hear the background real good. It sound real ratchet today on. Yeah, it sound real ratchet. I'm just waiting for some more people to get in here. Cause y'all already knew I came. Y'all know what time it is. They probably said, Lord, that girl ain't got it together tonight. Got music playing, commercials running in the background, somebody doing the drag race on the street. It's getting real today, y'all. Yeah, it's getting real. It's getting real. Oh yes, Pasta Queen Motivation in the house. Y'all know what time it is. I had on that curly church wig last night. I was going to praise the Lord all day with that little wig on I had. So I'm here though, y'all. I'm here with y'all. Y'all go ahead and Lay, we already got it. You already see they coming in wild in the day, girl. They coming in wild in the day, Chad. Cause when I tell you they cutting up today, y'all. But I'm so grateful, y'all. Y'all know I always like when we get our little trolls up here, people to get up here and they try to, you know, do whatever they gonna do. But today we gonna have a good time today, y'all. We ain't come to worry about no craziness, but y'all know I've been traveling. I've been all over so many different places. The changes of the climate is dealing with my voice, so I'll be going in and out. I'm hoarse. It's rough, but I'm still gonna do my message. But when I tell y'all, I'm so grateful to be here, and I'm glad y'all here with me. Girl, I know the police there, girl. Get them gone, Chad. Get them gone. You understand me? Because when I tell you, we ain't playing no games with y'all today. If y'all can hear my background, don't worry about it, because the window open. It's beautiful. Got my music playing. Y'all might hear some drag racing on the street, but it's all good. We don't care about that. What is the best thing ever happened to you? The best thing ever happened to me is becoming a mother. Having three amazing, beautiful children. I love you too. That's one of the best things that ever happened to me. Just being able to raise three beautiful children, and they turned out amazing. But y'all, for those of you who don't know, my name is Queen Motivation. I've been doing these videos for quite some time. And hey, Mr. Nobody, but you are somebody. And we get on here, we try to promote positivity. We do a little jokes. You know, we just enjoy a good vibe. You know, we don't like to spread no negativity on here. You know, we don't want nobody getting on here just being rude and disrespectful. Because the moment you get rude or disrespectful, you do too much, we're gonna get you up out of here. We're not gonna acknowledge you. We're not gonna entertain you. We're not gonna, you know, stroke your little ego, whatever you got going on. We're gonna get you gone. We don't care about none of that other stuff because we only on here to promote positivity. And y'all gotta bear with me because, like I said, um, my voice is gone. I'm real hoarse, but we all right. We all right. So tonight we're gonna talk about growing pains, y'all. Thank you. We're gonna talk about growing pains because we got a lot of people that's growing through pain, dealing with a lot of things that is keeping them broken, depressed, stressed out, angry, frustrated, you know what I'm saying? And we all trying to get somewhere in life. We all trying to reach a point in our life where we want to make our life make sense, you know, and some of us don't know how to get there. Some of us don't know what to do. And my personal experience is it's just me telling y'all what I've been through, but I'm not saying what I've been through and how I maneuver through some things that's gonna work for y'all. I had some people jump on one of my comments and some of my videos on my YouTube, and they was like, "Well, that's your personal experience, and y'all need to learn how to stop telling people this and telling people that." The only way we can promote a message or push anything out is through personal experiences. When I tell you, thank you. When I tell you, we only learn through personal experiences. We get through life by somebody else's discovery. Like the first person that learned how to read taught somebody else how to read. And then that person taught somebody else how to read, and so on and so on and so on. So the only way to get an understanding or gain any kind of knowledge is through somebody else. So when somebody tell me that's your personal experience, don't let your personal experience ain't got nothing to do with nobody else's. We all face the same trials and tribulations. We all go through the same storms. There is nothing no different in life. We go through it at separate times, but we all go through something. All of us have lost a loved one. All of us have been in a relationship that probably failed. You know what I'm saying? A lot of us being at some jobs and we probably got fired. Like, there's a cycle in life that we all go through. And just because you didn't go through it, somebody in your family went through it. Just because you didn't acknowledge the person in your family going through it doesn't mean they didn't go through it. So personal experiences is how we know how to get through certain things. If I see 5 of my friends jump in the lake and I see 2 of them drown, do you think that I'm going to go jump in the lake just because my 5 friends jumped in the lake? Or if me and my friend, we both walking, and my friend decides to walk through the fire and get burned, do you think that I'm going to follow my friend and walk into that fire to get burned too? No, I'm not. You know what I'm saying? So to sit up here and to say something about a personal experience, it's kind of like, how else are we supposed to learn? We learn through other people's experiences. We learn to get through certain situations in our lives through other people's experiences. Like, we never just wake up and just know everything. You know, we learn, okay, we learn from, you know, different different people, different things. You know, we when we go into a job and we get hired for a job, we don't go into the job and automatically know what we're doing. Somebody is going to teach us how to work that job. And we only learn how to work the job through their personal experiences. Like, they're going to tell us how to maneuver this and how to maneuver that, how to do this and how to do that. That's the only way we're going to learn. So I don't understand how someone could say that's just your personal experience. You should stop telling people this and stop telling people that. But we learn that way. We learn through other people's storms. I used to hear people say all the time, your storm is not for you. What you go through is not always for you. Like if I go through a situation that can teach somebody else something, then of course I'm gonna share my knowledge with that individual. Now if they take it and use it, that's on them. You know what I'm saying? My job is to not make somebody do anything. My job is to just share a personal experience with you and tell you like, hey, this is what happened to me. This is what I got through. This is what I did to get through this. And it may not work for you, but I'm still going to share it with you. We all have to figure out at some point in our lives that we gotta we gotta learn how to decipher the people who really care for us and who's really trying to help us, as opposed to the people who really don't care what we got going on and they just let us fall and burn and get hurt and all those things. I don't mind somebody sharing a personal experience with me. That's a part of the growing pains, is learning through somebody else. That's one of the things that we learn, is how to get through certain situations through other people. Lay said, you deaf don't go through things for yourself. That testimony is for someone else. It really is. Like, you know, August 15th, I did a live last week and we talked about the fact that, I lost my brother. But here's the thing. I never experienced losing a brother. So therefore, if my friends lost a sibling, I couldn't say, oh yeah, I understand how you feel. I know what you're going through, because I've never been through it. But if there's somebody who had a personal experience with death, losing a loved one or something like that, they can share their personal experience with me and they can tell me things that they did to help them get through, the coping part of things, or what helped them suppress a lot of those emotions and things of that nature. But if somebody don't have a personal experience for themselves, then it's kind of hard for us to know what to do and what not to do. Yes, we all have common sense. You know what I'm saying? Yes, we all know right from wrong. Yes, we know that when we gotta cut somebody off and when we gotta stop dealing with certain people, when we gotta walk away from certain situations. But sometimes we don't even know the depth of things until we communicate with somebody else who's like, hey, I've been through this, I've done this, I know how to do this. Let me show you how to do this. Let me tell you what you could do to make it easier for you. Since I already been down this road and since I already did this before, let me show you something different. You don't have to go through this part if you just do it this way. You don't have to deal with all the extras if you just do it this way. You know what I'm saying? And like my sis a little bit said, common sense ain't common for everybody. And that's so true. Cause you got a lot of people that really just don't want to learn nothing. You got a lot of people that really don't want to accept nothing. You got a lot of people that really don't want to change. It's a lot of people that know they need to cut some things out of their own lives, but they're not going to do it. It's a lot of people that know they need to cut some individuals off, but they're not going to do it. And that's why I said in my previous videos that you yourself, you have to know when it's time to cut somebody off, when it's time to walk away from somebody. I didn't say go into a relationship and doom and damn everybody that come across your life. I didn't say to walk away from somebody. If it's something that you can fix it. If it's something that you and your individual can work on it. If it's something that y'all both can benefit from it. I'm not telling you to walk out of a relationship. I'm not telling you to cut off your friends. I'm not telling nobody that. I'm just telling somebody that you have to know when it's time to walk away from a certain situation or a certain person. Only you know. And when I say I'm telling you from personal experiences, it's because I've already been down that road. And the only thing I want to do as your friend or as somebody that you can depend on or count on, I want to tell you what not to do so you don't have to go through that again. But a lot of people think that you're trying to control their lives and you're trying to tell them what to do and you think you know everything and all this, but it's not like that. It's just sometimes you got to really just, hey, daughter, hey, Tay. Sometimes you just got to really buckle down and know when it's time to shift gears. You got to know when it's time to regroup. You got to know when it's time to redirect your energy. You got to know when it's time to cut the rope. You got to know that. And like I stated before, just because I'm telling you about my own personal experience, that does not mean that I'm telling you what to do. That does not mean that I'm telling you, look, I know for a fact it's going to work for you because it worked for me. That is not the case. Because certain situations that work for me is not going to work for you. And certain things that work for you is not going to work for the next individual. So I'm not trying to confuse nobody when I say my personal experience is to, you know, help you think different or help you move different. It's only because I already know what it's like to go down a certain road. And if I really, 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 really wholeheartedly love you, hey Hakeem, I would never let you walk down a road or a path that you don't have to. If I can't prevent it, I can't prevent it. There's nothing I can do. I can't change your mind. I can't make you do anything. But if I can help you, that's what I want to do. I don't want to see nobody go through no unnecessary pain. I don't want to see nobody deal with some struggles that they don't have to deal with. I don't want somebody to uh, be stuck somewhere they don't have to be stuck in. So when I communicate with people, I communicate coming from a passionate standpoint, a caring standpoint, letting you know that, hey, this is what this is what that is, this is what you should do, this is what you could do, but you don't have to do anything. When you grow through whatever you go through, it changes the dynamics of everything. When you deal with certain things in your life, it gives you a different view. When you go through some pain that hurts you on a different level, you are not going to accept everybody this exact same way. You're not going to be as open and as trusting. You're going to stand back a little bit. You're going to, hey, Garnita, girl, what's good? I've been here. I've been there. You know, we had so much going on. So we just, I had took a break off of social media. But every Wednesday, today Wednesday, right? Yeah. Every Wednesday, I was on last Tuesday, I think. I was on last Tuesday. But every Wednesday I go live at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, which is 8 o'clock in some places and 9 o'clock in some places. But girl, yeah, I went live because our brother passed away. My blood brother, my sister's blood brother, he passed away August 15th. So, we was dealing with that. But I've been here, but I wasn't like on here like how I need to be on here, but I'm back. So I did a live last week, and now I'm doing live this week, and I'll be doing lives from here on out every Wednesday. But when I tell y'all, a lot of people don't understand. I've been through enough stuff where I can share my personal experiences. I've been through enough growing pains where I can communicate with people from a personal standpoint because I've been there, I've done that. And a lot of you guys, y'all been there and y'all done that. So y'all able to help other people. Y'all able to communicate other people. A pastor don't stand in front of a congregation and become a pastor because he don't have nothing to tell y'all. He don't have a personal experience. A pastor stands in front of the congregation, one who really been through some things, and he could speak to you from a personal experience to get you to move different, to understand different things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? Thank you, Garnita. So when people be telling me things like that, I just delete the comments from under my videos because I don't really like negative stuff. And I know everybody is entitled to say what they want to say and feel how they want to feel and speak how they want to feel. But I'm not on here to intentionally hurt nobody. Like, when I get on here and I communicate with y'all, it's because I really love y'all. And I'm really coming from a really, really personal point in my life where I know that it can benefit somebody. Somebody can benefit from what I'm speaking and what I'm telling them. If a person who's never been through nothing try to tell you something, you're not gonna want to hear it. Imagine me coming to tell somebody about marriage and I've never been married before. Imagine me telling a mother how to be a mother and I've never been a mother before. Imagine me telling a firefighter how to put out a fire and I've never been a firefighter before. Imagine me going into a room with a surgeon and telling the surgeon how to operate on somebody when I never operated on somebody before. Imagine me just taking on this persona of a person that never been through nothing, but I'm sitting here telling y'all how to get through this and how to get through that. And I never been through nothing. The first thing y'all gonna be trying to figure out is how she gonna tell us how to get through depression if she's never been depressed? How she gonna tell us how to cope with death if she's never dealt with death? How she gonna tell us how to manage a healthy relationship if she's never been in a relationship to even manage? There's no way I would be able to communicate with y'all if I don't have my own personal experiences. So growing pains is something that is going to allow us to see things from a different standpoint in life. We're going to go through so much in life. We're not even done going through storms. We're not even done going through trials and tribulations. We're not even done facing hardships. We're not done. Your life may be flowing. Your life may be smooth. Your life may be easy. You may not be dealing with nothing, and that's a beautiful thing when there is nothing going on in your life, when there is nothing wrong in your life, and everything is peachy, everything is cute, everything is perfect. That's a beautiful thing. I'm not knocking it, but I'm talking to the people that's really going through some stuff. I'm talking to the people that know what it's like to lose a loved one. I'm talking to the people that know what it's like to get fired and don't know where your next bill money is going to come from. I'm talking to people who was in a relationship, who was really in love, and that person walked out of their lives. I'm talking to somebody who know what it's like to lose a child. Like, I'm talking to somebody who know what a personal experience is. I'm not talking to somebody that's cute and walking around and everything in their life is perfect. I'm talking to somebody that know what growing pains really is. I'm talking to somebody that really understands what hurt really is. I'm talking to somebody that's really struggling right now. I'm talking to somebody that's facing a hardship. I'm talking to somebody that know that they are going through what they're going through, but they're going to get through whatever it is they're going through. I'm not talking to somebody whose life is perfect. This live is not for somebody who don't have nothing going on in their life, because at the end of the day, you're not gonna get nothing from it. You're not gonna get nothing from it because you're not going through nothing. So you're not gonna get nothing through the words that I'm speaking. You're not gonna get anything from personal communication to y'all. You're not gonna feel anything I'm saying because you're not going through nothing. And there's nothing wrong with that. I'm not knocking it at all. But for somebody who really needs some encouraging words, for somebody who really needs to feel love, for somebody who needs an energy boost, for somebody that needs to know that there's somebody out there that cares about you, there's somebody out there that loves you, there's somebody out there that want to help you get through whatever hardships you're facing, whatever storms you're dealing with. I'm talking to somebody that really needs somebody to lean on right now. Because I know I'm not the only one going through something right now. I know I'm not. And for those of you that's on this live and who's still on here and have not clicked off and didn't put the phone down and really listening, I know y'all really going through something. So I'm not here to babysit your feelings or babysit your emotions, because that's not what I'm doing. I'm here to let you know that whatever you're going through, you're going to get through it. Whatever hardship you're facing, you're going to come out of that hardship. Whatever struggle that's happening in your life, you're going to come out of that struggle. If you believe in your spirit that things are going to shift for you, things are going to change for you, and you're not always going to be in this downward position, and you're not going to always be in a position where your life is spiraling down. I'm talking to somebody that knows that there's a change that's going to happen, but you got to grow through what you go through. That's who I'm talking to. I'm talking to somebody that's not sitting around here acting like they not going through nothing. I'm talking to somebody that's really sitting here like, yo, I'm really a jacked up individual. I really can change some things about myself. I can really work on myself. That attitude that I got, I can work on. That brokenness that I'm dealing with, I can work on. That insecurity that I'm struggling with, I can work on. Those trust issues that's causing me to lose family and friends, I can work on. Whatever it is that you know that you can work on, I'm talking to somebody that's ready to make a change. I'm talking to somebody that's ready to shift and get out of that dark place they in. I'm not talking to somebody who's perfect and who's not going through something. These growing pains are going to separate us from who we are and who we are about to become. A lot of you are about to become something so great and so powerful, but you can't see it because you holding on to the broke versions of you. You holding on to the pieces of you that you should have been let go of. You holding on to family and friends that you should have been walked away from. You holding on to jobs that you know serve you no purpose. You holding on to a lot of things that's not elevating you in a different limelight. I'm talking to somebody that's ready to elevate. I'm talking to somebody that say, hey, you know what? It's real ugly right now. It's looking real jacked up. I don't even know how I'm going to get to the next level in life. I don't even know how I'm going to pay the next bill. I don't even know where my next meal coming from. I don't even know if me and my relationship going to work. I don't even know what's about to happen, but I really know that whatever is about to happen, it's a part of the growing pains. It's a part of the pain that's going to separate me. Pain brings purpose. And if you're not ready, then you are on the wrong line. If you're not ready to accept the fact that you need to work on yourself, then you don't need to be on here. Because I'm not perfect by far. I got my own struggles. I got some things that I'm dealing with. But when I tell you, I know that I'm going to grow through what I'm going through. That's who I'm talking to. I'm talking to those people who know they in a struggle right now. I'm talking to y'all. If I'm not talking to you, it's okay. I still love y'all the same. Garnita said, my husband and I are really struggling with him going through dialysis. Some days are better than other days, but overall it's scary. My mom is on dialysis. My mother, when my mother first got on dialysis, I want to say I was 11 or 12, somewhere in that. Um, she had good days, she had bad days, she had surgeries on top of surgeries. It was time when we thought that we could have lost my mom. And it's definitely a struggle because you don't know. But at the end of the day, as long as you know that whatever it is you're going through, you're going to get through it. And even when the days look dark, there's going to be brighter days ahead. We got to prepare ourselves for the two things in life that is going to happen. Yep, my mom had plenty of blood transfusions. Like my sister said, she had plenty of blood transfusions. My mom had so many surgeries, y'all. But when I tell you, Garnita, everything in your life is going to be all right. You and your husband facing a great storm right now. And there's probably a part of y'all that feel like he's not going to come through. But I want to encourage you to know that you are going to get through it. You and your husband are going to get through this storm. You and your husband are going to get through this trial and this tribulation. In life, we are going to go through some things that is going to test our faith. In life, we are going to go through some things that's going to make us question everything about us, question everything around us. Even some of us are going to question God because we're going to be so confused in our spirit, like, what is this? What is that? I want to tell y'all, this is what I told myself today. I'm not going to ask God why. I'm going to ask God how. I'm not going to say why me. I'm going to say how do I? How do I get through this, what I'm going through? How do I find strength in my weakness? How do I find closure when my life is an open mess? What do I do in these situations where I feel like I can't take it no more? Do I keep on walking or do I give up? So I'm not asking why. I'm asking how. How am I going to dissect the things that's breaking me down on the inside, but learn how to cope and deal with some things? Yes, I walk around with a smile on my face. Yes, I laugh and joke. Yes, I know that sometimes I'm going to bring light into a dark room, but I'm human and I go through my storms. I go through my trials. I go through my tribulations. I break down in silence. Sometimes I don't know if I'm coming or going, but I do know that at the end of the tunnel, there's light. And I know that that light is going to guide me to the next light. And I'm going to keep walking through some things. I'm keep going through some things. But I'm still going to get through these things. Regardless of whatever my life brings, I'm going to get through it. And that's what I want to encourage somebody today. Whatever you're going through right now, you are going to get through it. So Garnita, you and your husband, y'all are going to come out of this. And you're going to have a greater testimony. And God forbid, I always tell myself, I still know that at the end of the day, she was able to bless the world. And everybody got to think about, when you have people in your life, you got to ask yourself, why is this person in my life? What is this person in my life for? Are we benefiting from something? Are we getting something out of something? Like, what are we doing? And I'm telling you, there's a lot of people right now that I'm just grateful that God is removing out of my life. I'm just grateful that there's a lot of people that's walking out of my life. I'm just really excited that I get to take myself to a different journey, a better journey, knowing that I don't have to hold on to things and hold on to people. So the growing pains is something that we all have to go through. We always have to go through something. We are never gonna not go through nothing in life. We gonna face a hardship, and we gonna face the trial and the tribulation. But we gonna get through it. Lay said, like you always say, people are in your life for a blessing or a lesson. Definitely for a lesson or a blessing. And you have to use the spirit of discernment to know why these people are in your life. You got to know when it's time to separate from people. You got to know when it's time to close some doors and leave some chapters behind. Because a lot of us, we don't even realize that we holding on to a thorn that's stopping our blessings. A lot of us are holding on to somebody that's in the way of something that's supposed to shift in our life. Have you ever got rid of somebody and walked away from a certain situation, and you see your life just blossom? You see your life just growing, and you be like, oh my goodness, I should have let this person go a long time ago. Or I should have walked away from this person a long time ago. I should have been done with this job. I should have been did this. I should have been did that. A lot of us done had that conversation with ourselves. A lot of us. But I'm telling y'all, knowing that I will never see my brother again is something that's detrimental to my spirit. But I also know that I got memories enough to know that I can hold on to those. And I can live in those moments. Like, I don't have to spend my days being sad, because I was able to live in happy moments with him. And a lot of y'all have to live in these moments. And remember that when people come into your life, they are always going to leave an impression. Rather it's a good one or rather it's a bad one. Sometimes you can think back to a person that did you so dirty. And because of that personal experience, you know what to accept the next time. You can read, hey Rika, you can literally read a person's energy before they even enter your life all the way. Like, you can literally sit down and you could be communicating with somebody, and they can say something or they can do something, and immediately you know that's not the person for you. And the only reason how you know that's not the person for you, because a personal experience. You already been down that road. You already seen that happen before. So you don't want to revisit that road. So for me to know that somebody can literally say to me that I don't need to use my personal experience, and I need to stop telling people when it's time to walk away and things of that nature, that has never been my intention. I have never been in a position where I think I can tell somebody what to do with their life. I cannot tell nobody what to do with their life, because again, what I've been through and how I got through it may not work for you. It may not work for you. What's up, real? Just because I stayed in a relationship for 3 years with somebody that I thought I loved, and I was able to get away from them, that don't mean that you're going to be able to walk out of that relationship the way I did. You might need another 3 more years before you had enough. I knew I had enough in 3 years. You may say, oh, I ain't ready to leave him yet. I'm not ready to walk away yet. That's fine. That is fine. But you're going to know when you had enough. You're going to know when it's time to separate yourself, if you even want to separate yourself. Because some people like to live in misery. Some people like to moan and groan and complain. Some people, I feel really, really bad a little bit for people who's never been happy and who don't know what happiness is, or who don't even know how to be happy. I feel bad because they never got to experience the things that a lot of us experience. I love waking up some mornings and just feel like the world is just gonna flow for me. Like everything I say, I'ma get. Everything I touch, I'ma bless it. I love when I wake up on days like that, where I feel untouchable, where I feel like I can move mountains. I love days when I just be feeling like, oh my God, I'm so at peace. I feel bad for people who've never discovered peace, who don't know happiness, who still stuck in their past, who still battling things that happened to them when they was young. I feel bad for people who don't know how to switch their emotions from being angry to happy. I feel bad for people who stay in awe, groan and cry and complain and stress and depressed 24/7. I really feel bad for people like that because they don't know what's good. They don't know a good thing if it's sat on a shoulder. So when I tell you, I'm really grateful that I've got to experience every season that I needed to experience. I experienced a season of anger. I've experienced a season of grief. I've experienced a season of being defeated. I've experienced a season of grief, but I also experienced a season of joy. I experienced a season of happiness. I experienced a season of gratefulness. I experienced a season of humbleness. Like I was able to experience different seasons. And when you're able to experience different seasons, it makes you appreciate life different. But when somebody never experienced different seasons and the only season they know is anger, and the only season they know is frustration, the only season they know is to be miserable, they don't know how to enjoy a happy season. And they definitely don't know when something good is in front of them. I love knowing that every day of my life is not going to be a bad day. But I feel bad for people who automatically think that every day is going to be a bad day. They just wake up knowing and believing so strong in their spirit that it's going to be a bad day. And that energy is going to automatically attach itself to bad things around you. If the only thing you can think about is, oh, it's gonna be a bad day. Oh, I know this is gonna happen. If you keep putting it out there and speaking it, it's bound to happen. It's gonna happen. Carnita said I had to let go of someone you I really thought was a BFF when I found out she was envious and jealous, and I was quoting her and she hated that I'm always trying to see good in a lot of situations. You know, I was talking to somebody. I don't know who I was talking to, Garnita, but I'm going to tell you, you got a lot of people that's jealous of you. And it don't even be the fact that they jealous of the material things you have. They jealous of the personality you have, the person you are. They jealous of how people love you. They jealous of how people run to your aid. They jealous of your happiness, but they don't even know what you had to go through to get to that point in your life. They don't even know the type of things and the type of people you had to deal with to get to that point of your life. We don't always come to a season of gratefulness. We go through some things that make us grateful. We don't always be in a season of humbleness. We go through some things that make us humble. The part of growing through your pains and your struggle is acknowledging the fact that I am going to go through some hardships. I am going to deal with some storms. I am going to run across some people that's going to hurt me, and I may not know how to recover in that moment. But if you just let go, you got to forgive everybody for one. But before you can even work on forgiving people, you got to forgive yourself. You got to forgive yourself for allowing people to have that much access to you. Enough access to break you down mentally, spiritually, emotionally, and financially. Like, you got to forgive yourself and be like, you know what? I forgive myself because I was really down in that season. I was really bad off in that season. I was really shattered and broken and bruised and battered in that season. But in this season, I'm healed. In this season, I'm grateful. In this season, I'm blessed. In this season, I'm joyful. In this season, I'm happy. Like, the season that I'm in today is a season that's going to separate me. I'm going to grow through what I go through in this season because this is a season of recovery. I'm going to recover from all the things that I lost. I'm going to recover from all the things that could have took me out, that should have took me out, that would have took me out. I'm going to recover from all those. I'm in grief and recovery. I'm grieving, but I'm recovering from the things I'm grieving from. That's where we are in this season. But that's only if you believe it. That's only if you allow it to manifest in your spirit and marinate. But if you don't want to accept that, then you are going to still be in that season of brokenness. You are still going to be in that season of being defeated. You're going to go through so much unnecessary pain that you don't even got to go through. There's healing in your let go. There's a lot of healing in your let go. You just got to let go. Garnita said that really hurt me to know she feels that way about me. Some people are going to feel however they're going to feel, but that should never change the person that you are. When I was with my ex, I remember I used to be so mad. I used to be so through with him, and I was ready to just, excuse me, y'all. Ooh, excuse me, I'm sorry, I'm tired. I was ready to, be done with him. And I remember my daughter used to be like, you still making his lunch for work? I said, yeah. I can't let what he do to me change me as a person. I'll be in the store. We probably just got into an argument. I see his shirt, and I'm like, ooh, he'll look good in this shirt. And I'll get him the shirt. And that's only because you can't let what somebody else fighting with and battling with and that war with be your war. Their war is their war. So I'm not going to let what somebody else going through or what they've been through or whatever they dealing with or facing change me as a person. You don't have that. You don't have the right to change me as a person and access me in a way where I'm going to become bitter. I don't want to be a bitter person. So I'm not going to attach myself to people that's going to make me bitter. I know when it's time to flee and walk away. Lay said, if you don't let people go, God will make them hurt you until you let them go. Everyone isn't meant to go where you are going. And that's so true. That's why a lot of y'all right now going through something right now because y'all be so afraid to let these people go. Y'all be finding ways and excuses they attached to them. No, I just like the way he or she do this, but you hate the way they do other stuff. And they really, if somebody is really tugging on your spirit and your mental, you really need to let them go. You can get money back. You can get material things back. But when that mind gone, if you ain't careful, that mind don't come back. Because some people can really break you to the core where you can't even come back. Some people really can destroy you to where you go out there into the world and adapt to things that would leave you destroyed, mentally broken. I've seen people let a individual turn them into an addict of some sort. They got so stressed and so depressed that they turn to a substance that literally start breaking them down on the inside. Y'all gotta let people go that's disturbing your mental and your spirit and things of that nature. It's not worth losing your mind to please somebody else. It's not worth it. Lay said you don't have to let it change you, but it doesn't mean they can benefit off of you or have access to you. That's so true. Hey, Albert. People, we be giving the wrong people access to us. And we be letting them walk all over us and destroy us and then cry about it later on down the line. You got to know when it's time to cut the plug and when it's time to just remove yourself from certain situations. Like I said, I'm not saying that my personal experiences is going to align with everybody else's experiences. I'm not saying that. I'm saying take what somebody else been through as a lesson. If they nice enough to share their testimony with you, because there's a lot of people that's sitting on testimonies because they afraid of being judged. They afraid of people using their testimony against them. They so afraid to open up about the things they've been through, so they rather sit on it. And a lot of the times when you sit on that grief, it turns to anger. And then people that love you get treated a certain type of way because you haven't dealt with the things that you need to deal with. A lot of y'all walking around sitting on so much anger that ain't got nothing to do with the person that's trying to love you. But the person that's trying to love you is catching all that wrath. They catching all that hatred. They catching all that anger. They catching all that stuff that you need to deal with within yourself. If you got some things within yourself that's breaking you, you ain't got no business attaching yourself to nobody. Because if it's breaking you, what do you think it's going to do to the next person? If you have a restless night, sleepless nights, because you struggling with things that happened to you in your past, what do you think that is going to do to the next person that enters your life? You don't have no business coming into somebody else's life broken, destroyed, battered, beat up, and then want somebody else to deal with that. It's not fair to make somebody suffer because you don't know how to get out of your brokenness. You got to learn to deal with yourself so other people can learn to deal with you too. BG said, I am the angry one, but Ty helps me stay level. Yeah, girl. You sure is angry, girl, but we ain't going to tell nobody, girl. We ain't going to tell nobody else, though. I used to be an angry person. Do I still get angry? If I tell y'all no, I'm lying. And I'm not going to lie. I still get angry. But then I think about what happens to me when I get angry. I don't like to get mad because I stay mad too long. You tell Gamson I said you give Dez his phone so he can get on this live and say, hey, Ma, I'm here. But when I tell y'all, we got to stop making other people responsible for what we got to deal with. Because I've been in some relationships where I know for a fact that I could have probably done a little better. See, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna sugarcoat the fact that there's some relationships that I destroy. I sabotage a lot of relationships because of the things that I've been through, because of how I was treated. So a lot of men had to feel the wrath of what somebody else did to me. I couldn't love on another man the way he needed to be loved because I was too busy battling myself. I was too busy fighting myself. I was insecure. I was dealing with a lot of trust issues. Like I was going through my own personal grief. And I had to sit back and I had to check myself at the door. I had to tell myself like, girl, you don't even like to deal with yourself right now. So why are you going to take all that and put it on somebody else? So I had to sit it down. I had to sit down. I'm on the bleachers. I sat down. Because I said the next man that comes into my life, I don't want him to suffer through the pain of another man's story. I don't want him to go through the pain and the wrath of what somebody else did to me. A new person is coming into your life trying to love you, and you attacking them because somebody else attacked you. You hurting them because somebody else hurt you. You got to get somewhere and sit down with yourself and ask yourself, would I date me if I was myself? Would I love me if I had to love myself? Would I propose to me if I had to marry myself? Like, you got to really look in the mirror and ask yourself questions so you know if it's time to walk away, walk away. You are not going to lose anything from walking away from somebody, getting your mental health back, getting your peace back, separating yourself from people who's using you as a punching bag. It's a lot of people in your lives that's using you as a punching bag because they need to put their pain and their anger somewhere and they putting it on you and you ain't do nothing but say good morning. And they ready to beat you up. will smack on the back of your head or something. Because they struggling. My eyes red. Y'all, I'm so tired. But, y'all, we got to stop making other people responsible for what other people did to us. We got to. It's not fair. Your growing pains is to separate you from making somebody else suffer. Daughter said, this message is definitely for me. Me and my partner just got through something like this. I'm battling my own problems. And in turn, I lash out at him when it's unwarranted. I'm a People not gonna understand that they need to separate sometimes. Like, you love this man love you, but sometimes y'all gotta separate to love each other to see if y'all can bring y'all love back to each other. A lot of people be in relationships with single mentalities. Like, they don't look at how they both gonna benefit. They in a relationship to see how they gonna benefit. They so, well, I'm gonna work and I'm gonna get myself together and I'm gonna build my credit up. Instead of, I'm gonna work and we gonna get ourselves together and we gonna build our credit up. A lot of people go into relationships with the single mentality and focusing on themselves and how they gonna get themselves in a better position. They not looking at how they gonna put each other in a better position. There's a lot of people that's in relationships that need to be by themselves. It's a lot of single dating people. They in a relationship, but they singly handling dating themselves. I mean, they love you. They got love for you. But in reality, they rather just focus on them and what's going to benefit them. A lot of us need to separate. And if it's meant, y'all can come back together with a better plan. But you got to understand that at some point in your life, you have to be the adult. And you have to stop holding on to people. I used to tell my daughter all the time, it's not fair to hold on to somebody that you don't want. Because people would say, this is something that somebody would say, I don't want to break up with him or I don't want to break up with her because I don't want to hurt their feelings. But you rather keep them around knowing you don't want them. What's the purpose of keeping somebody around that you know deep down inside, subconsciously, you don't want them? You got a whole man that's in your life or a whole woman that's in your life and you cheating on this individual. Why take somebody through your mess? Figure your life out. Figure yourself out. Figure out what's wrong with you. Because if you got to cheat, that means you're incomplete somewhere. That means you're lacking something. You're missing something and you're trying to find it in somebody else. But I hate to break it to you. You're not going to find it in somebody else because whatever you missing is something within yourself. Whatever you think you lacking is in you by yourself. You're not going to get it from Tom. You're not going to get it from Brenda. You're not going to get it from Jay. You're not going to get it from Amanda. You're not going to get it. Whatever you missing, you got to give it to yourself. You can't expect people to give you something that you don't even know that you need. A lot of people be like, oh my God, I need love. I feel so alone. But they in a relationship. If you feel alone in a relationship, why you in a relationship? If you feel like you're not getting anything from this individual, why are you with them? Y'all be so scared to communicate with your spouse or your wife or your husband because you think you sparing their feelings, but in reality, you're making things worse by not communicating. Because when you don't communicate, what ends up happening is you boil you so much inside that the very first moment you get an opportunity to lash out, you lash out and you give them everything that ever bothers you. You ever had somebody argue with you about something that you did to them 4 years ago? And you be so confused like, are you talking about that time at Christmas at the dinner table? Like 4 years ago? You talking about that? Oh, I know full well we in here arguing about something that happened 4 years ago. Like we went from Me forgetting to put gas in the car, to you always doing stupid stuff. Remember that time 4 years ago? I didn't know it was a problem 4 years ago. And if you didn't deal with it 4 years ago, you for sure not going to deal with it tonight. We on a whole different argument. You're not going to bring something up 4 years later, because I'm going to dismiss that. I'm going to dismiss it because 9 times out of 10, I don't even remember what happened 4 years ago. And for all I know, you could be making something up. I'm not saying that I didn't do it, but I can't address something that I don't remember that was 4 years ago. And even if I do remember it, I'm not going backwards and arguing with you about something that happened 4 years ago. If we couldn't get to the root of it right then and there when it happened, don't bring it up. Point blank, period. I don't want you arguing with me about something that is irrelevant to me now. We are talking about something that's happening right now in the present. A lot of people are arguing past arguments. A lot of people are so miserable within themselves that they taking it out on somebody else. You ain't got no... Leave that individual alone if you're going to cheat on them. If you're going to cheat on her, leave that individual alone. If you're going to go behind their back and sneak and talk to somebody, leave them alone, because clearly they're not for you. Because when you genuinely love somebody, you're going to show them and treat them true love. And if somebody is making you feel like you got to cheat, you need to leave that individual alone. If you wake up in the morning and be like, my baby don't be giving me no love, he don't pay me no attention, I'm going to go and get it from somebody else, you need to leave that individual alone. Because there's no need to bring problems into a relationship. Imagine stepping out on your individual and you end up hurting him more because, let's just say, you step out because you lacking something from your relationship. You step out on him or her and you get burnt. Okay? And you get gonorrhea. Right? Now you done took a small problem and turned it into something major. Or you go out and get pregnant, or he go out and get somebody pregnant because y'all lacking something. And instead of sitting down like two adults and communicating with the things that's bothering you, you rather go and take it and put that your problems in your relationship in somebody else's lap. Because y'all sit out here and y'all play in people's faces, and you go out here and you cheating, and you being selfish because you only thinking about you. You're not thinking about your spouse and the other person that you involving in your relationship. You got girls sitting on this couch crying because you cheating on them because you having problems at home. Like, you causing way more problems for no reason. If you don't want that individual, just leave them alone and stop creating unnecessary problems. Because people be getting unalived because of somebody else's selfishness. While you sitting up here thinking everything cool, the situation that you cheating on your man with, or you cheating on your woman with, getting mad because they can't have you, and now they either going to unalive you or they're going to unalive the person that you dealing with. Y'all be putting people in some unnecessary situations because y'all selfish. And I don't care what nobody say, you're selfish. If you cheating, you selfish. Because you ain't got no business stepping out on somebody that you love and that you want to spend the rest of your life with, but you cheating on them because you not satisfied with whatever it is they did to you. Leave them people alone. Stop breaking people's hearts because your heart broken. It's not fair. It's not fair to nobody. And don't have the children. Lord, now you got the children involved in your stuff. Y'all gotta leave. Girl, you see the air quotes, girl. Love, chat. Love. Y'all be sitting here playing with people's emotions. And that's not fair. Because there's people really out here be wanting to unalive you because you cheated on them. You got men and women out here destroying property. Breaking windows, slashing tires, and all other kinds of stuff when a lot of stuff can be prevented. Y'all gotta stop playing with people's emotions. Growing pains is what's going to separate you from a lot of different things and a lot of different situations. But y'all gotta know when it's time to grow up. A lot of y'all still acting like y'all in kindergarten and y'all know right from wrong. So again, personal experiences is not to say my way is better or your way is better or her way is better or his way is better. It's just giving you an outlook on how you can possibly avoid certain situations. I love when I have to go through a storm only because I know that I can utilize my storm for a personal testimony for somebody else to get out of something. Like I can't tell somebody how to get out of a bad narcissistic relationship if I never been in one, because I wouldn't even know how to get out of it myself. I can't tell somebody how to ride a bike if I never rode a bike myself. I can't tell somebody how to bake macaroni and cheese if I never baked it myself. But everything that we learn is passed down through somebody else. Everything that we learn. Somebody else taught somebody, and that somebody taught somebody, and that somebody taught somebody, and so on and so on and so on. And that's how we are able to have personal experiences. To communicate with people, to let them know, hey, I tried that. Don't do it. Imagine never doing crack a day in your life. But you hanging around a lot of crackheads and you ain't never did no crack before. But you're so curious on doing it, right? You just want to do it so bad, but you don't know how to do it. You gonna try to ask another crackhead how you smoke crack. You know what I'm saying? Everything is, we learn. Even bad habits, we learn. We learn good habits and we learn bad habits from personal experiences. So we gotta stop telling people what we think is best for them and get mad when they don't take our advice. Because they ain't gotta take it. For real, for real. Some of us get mad when we can't get somebody to do what we tell them to do. A lot of people get mad. But you can't get mad when somebody don't want to do what you tell them. You can't get mad. But you can still share it with them. You can still give them your personal experience. Somebody go to me and be like, hey, don't go to Walmart and steal, because if you steal, you get caught, you go to jail. Personal experience. So if I go in Walmart and I steal and I get caught, I can't say, I didn't know you could go to jail for stealing. I didn't know that I was going to actually get caught for stealing. That's the only way we learn, y'all. Through personal experiences. And when I tell y'all that we have got to do better. We got to. We got to do better in these relationships. We got to do better in these friendships. We got to know when it's time to walk away. We can't be selfish or hold on to somebody for our own personal gain. We cannot be selfish. Y'all got to stop holding on to people that y'all know full well y'all know y'all need to let go of. Stop trying to say you sparing their feelings, because you're not. You just keeping them around for your own personal gain. You ain't trying to spare nobody's feelings. You just trying to keep them around because it benefits you somehow, some way. And I'm just calling it like it is. Rika said, when people come to me, I always ask, don't you want a listening ear or do you want my input? And I give them their respect. And that's a good question to ask. And what I will say is only a person with the listening ear themselves will definitely really want to hear what you got to say. Because you got a lot of people that will be like, Well, I want to hear what you got to say. And every time you try to tell them, they loud talking you. Or they basically telling you what you saying is wrong. And they saying, oh, no, they don't really want to hear what you got to say. So you got to read between the lines with people. You got to read between the lines. Because people all day act like they so concerned about what you got to say to them. And they be acting like they so tuned in. But the moment you say something that spark a nerve, they don't want to hear it no more. Now you're doing too much. Because you're telling them some real stuff. Now you're doing too much. But y'all know, I don't really want to stay on too long because my throat hurt real bad and I'm sounding real hoarse. But that's basically, what it is. Them growing pains, baby, it's gonna mold you. It's gonna mold you. It's gonna shift. It's gonna shake some things up. But you gotta grow through what you go through. You got to. So y'all know, with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and hop up off this thing. But before I do, if y'all got a moment, type in the comments. You grow through what you go through. Had to say it slow so it won't be sounding too fast. But you grow through, GROW, what you go through, GO. So that's the word for the night. You grow through what you go through. And y'all, time to let some people go. Stop holding on to people for your own selfish gain. You can't be sitting right here talking about some, I love him, but then you on the phone talking about some, okay? Don't be talking about some, I love her, but you don't do that. Don't be sitting over here talking about some, I got my friend back. And then you get to tearing your friend up. Stop sugarcoating and babysitting people's emotions when you need to really tell them what it is. Some people need to know the truth. Whether they get mad or not, let these people know how you really feel. Get it off your chest. If you need to get something off your chest tonight, now is the time, y'all, to open up and communicate with your whoever. Your boyfriend, girlfriend, best friend, cousin, mama, daddy, I don't know. Get it off your chest. Don't let that stuff grow in your spirit and make you bitter. Because everything you go through is to make you better, not bitter. And with that being said, y'all, I'm going to sign off. I love y'all so much, so much, so much. You guys, BG said, I always do as soon as it's a thought. Oh, we know you do, girl. That's that Puerto Rican in you, girl. I don't wait a minute. It happened at 5:05. And at 5:05.1, y'all already saying how y'all feel. Let me tell you, be like, dang, it just happened. Well, I'm going to tell you right now why it's fresh. But y'all know what it is. Your girl, Queen Motivation, signing off. I really hope y'all enjoyed the message. I know it probably was a little, I don't know what kind of message it was, but I love y'all anyway. You guys are the best. Thank you for always being here with me. I will definitely see y'all next Wednesday, 6 o'clock p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 8 o'clock Eastern, no, 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, and so on and so on and so on. But I'm about to go ahead and eat the rest of my potatoes. I think I got like 8 left, and I'm about to go eat them. Good night. Love you guys. Good night, sis. Good night, family. Love y'all. See y'all next Wednesday. Be healed, be square. Deuces.